Good morning children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing fine. So, in the last classes we completed all our 4 chapters, and at the end of the 4 chapters I even gave you the work to solve the unit test paper first pattern in your homework notebooks, right? I hope you all did that. So, today we are going to start our 5th chapter, okay. All of you kids get ready with your reader at page number 33. So, the chapter here is the special gift of God. Fine kids. So, here, the story is based upon the time when the world was getting formed, okay. जब world का formation हो रहा था, that at that time ये story है. So, in this story we are going to learn that God has given power to each and every creature, right. Every human being, different kinds of animals have different kinds of powers, like snake has the poisonous venom, tiger, cheetah, it is the fastest running animal, and ostrich, as we know, it's the largest fastest running bird. So, every creature is having different type of power within themselves. So, here is a story of a bee. We all know what is a bee is, isn't it? That bee, when everyone was given granted powers by the God, that bee came up to the God and asked for special power. So, in this chapter we are going to learn what was the power she asked, okay. So, according to a legend, when God created all the animals of the earth, he called one by one to give his blessing and a special gift. He gave the dog of being faithful, the deer the gift to run fast, grace to the swan, sharp vision to the owl, and a beautiful tail to the peacock. To the elephant he gave strength, and to the fox he gave cunningness. Okay, so according to the legend, means in the past time, it's being said that God created all the animals and everyone were granted their powers. As dog was made the being more faithful animal, owl was given the sharp vision. We know na owl, it can see even in the night. Deer was given the power of running fast. Okay, so peacock was given a beautiful tail. So, and for fox, we all know how cunning a fox is, isn't it? We know na lomdi kitni chalak hoti hai. So, he was giving the cunningness. So, all the animals were happy with the gifts, but at the end of the day, he heard the buzz of a bee. The little bee sat on the shoulder of God. Okay, what happened? All the animals were given powers. But at the end of the day, that when the powers were given, at the end of the time, God heard the buzzing of a bee. Okay, kya sune God? Bee ki sound sune. The bee was sitting on his shoulder. What have you come for, my little one? Asked the Lord. Do you want something from me? The little bee nodded, it said. The bee wanted a gift too. So, while the bee was sitting on the shoulder of the God asked, what have you come for? Aap yun kyun aaye ho, my little one? Do you want something from me? Do you need something from me? So, the little bee nodded its head that he too wanted a gift. What gift do you want from my store? Do you want lovely colored wings, or do you want a red beak or a busy tail or a hump? So, God asked him, okay, what do you want from me? Do you want colored wings, or do you want a red beak or a bushy tail or a hump? What is a hump? The camel, it's having a huge back on its back, na? That is called a hump. So, here the God is asking BK, what is the gift she wanted. The bee seemed not interested in any of the gifts. So, the bee was not interested in any of these gifts. Oh Lord, said the bee, I want none of these. Give me a weapon to kill with, just as you have given the lion, the tiger and the snake. All animals are afraid of them. So, the bee did not like the gifts which were given by the God. She asked, oh Lord, give me a weapon to kill with thee, just as you have given the lion, the tiger and the snake. What did the bee ask for? Bee kya पूछे? The bee asked for a weapon. एक ऐसा weapon, एक ऐसा हथियार which will kill anyone. Okay, एक ऐसे weapon she wanted कि she can kill anyone with that. As God has given the lion, the tiger, that lion and tiger, they are having ferocious paws, okay. उनके हाथ इतने ferocious, they can tear up any animal. Okay, it's their power. And snake is having a power, a poisonous bite that any person can die with that poison. So the bee is also asking for such a weapon with which she can kill anyone. So you want a weapon of death, you foolish one. The Lord was very displeased with the bee, but he decided to grant the bee its wish. So God asked him, do you want a death weapon? You foolish one, do you want a death weapon? Okay, I will grant you, but he was very disappointed. God was very disappointed, means God बहुत नाराज थे that bee was asking for a killing weapon. All right, you shall have your gift. He dipped his hand into the bag containing the gifts and drew out a tiny sting. So God said, all right, I'll give you that weapon. And in the bag which was containing the weapons, he put his hand in it and took out a tiny sting from that. Okay, take this, he ordered. It's a sting which will bring death when used. The bee was delighted and it began to circle around the Lord's head. So God drew out a tiny sting and said, take this, it is a sting which will bring death when used. So God क्या बोले, ये sting, you take this sting and with this sting, whoever you bite, it will bring death to them. The bee was delighted and it began to circle around the Lord's head. So the bee was very happy and started circling around the Godhead. Hurry, I have got hooray, I have got what I wanted, shouted the bee. The Lord said, do not be so excited as you have both gained and lost. Your sting will bring death to the one you sting, but it will bring death to you too. So the bee was very happy and it started dancing around the god. Hooray, I have got what I wanted, shouted the bee. So bee क्या चिल्ला रहे थे? I have got what I wanted. मुझे जो चाहिए था वो मुझे मिल गया and I am very happy. So it was dancing. So seeing her happy, God said, don't be so excited. आप इतने खुश मत हो, because you have gained both. You have both. You gain and you even lost. God क्या बोले? आप इतने happy मत हो. आप जितना gain करें उतना loss भी करें. You are happy कि आपको sting मिल गया, but you have lost in that also. Your sting will bring death to the one you sting, but it will bring death to you too. God क्या बोले? Your sting which I have given you, which you asked, will bring death to someone whom you bite. Okay, sting जिसको भी करोगे आप उसको death हो जाएगी, but in return it will bring death to you too. In return क्या होगा? आपको भी उसके बराबर death मिलेगी. How? The sting which God gave the bee, अगर वो किसी को bite करे तो the person will die of the poison. Okay, जो sting का poison होगा उससे person की death हो जाएगी. But in return the bee will also die. ये God बोले. The bee could not believe what it heard. It had itself asked for trouble. Since that day and still today, bees die the very moment they sting. So the bee could not believe what it heard. Even we can't believe, right? हमें भी यकीन नहीं होता and bee को भी यकीन नहीं होता. How can it happen? When the bee bites, how can it return? It will die. कैसा हो सकता है कि it will also die? So it had asked itself for trouble. Since that day and still today, bees die the very moment they sting. So can you recall? Can you remember कि whenever a bee is sting, जब हमें कभी bee sting करती है तो we in return kill the bee, isn't it? Whenever a bee stings us, है ना, कभी हमें bee sting करती है तो the area get red and poisonous, isn't it? And in return we kill that bee, है ना, वो bee को हम return में मार देते हैं. So it is this foolish thing the bee asked with the God. The foolishness of the first bee has caused all the bees to suffer. So the first bee who was asking a reward from the God, she asked for the foolishness, a death weapon. So that death weapon which she asked has brought all the bees to suffer. उस एक bee की वजह से सारे bees they are getting suffered, isn't it? So whenever we ask for a reward from anyone, we should ask in a way that it should be useful to others, not that it should harm others, isn't it? If we ask for a useful thing, in return we will get a useful thing. But if we ask for a reward that hurt others, then again we will in return we also get hurted. Isn't it, kid? So, I think you understood the story, moral of the story. Hope you will do the reading of it. So, till our next class, do the reading, and in our next class we will complete the exercise bit. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and don't trouble your parents.